My name is Nasta. I'm the owner of Intrigue Body Solutions, and I am an expert in performance and recovery, and most specifically utilize the NeuFit with my clients to enhance and optimize their performance. One of my favorite things about the NeuFit is the diversity in its application, and I think that is specific to me as a person. I actually found NeuFit myself because I have been involved in leading performance programs for the last 10 years with the leading performance doctors in the nation. So when I found the NeuFit, it was actually because of my own negative impact from athletics. So I had been competing in bodybuilding for about 6 years, and I work with specific teams that gauge and monitor diagnostics, most specifically HRV and how that works with sleep quality and recovery. And at the end of my last season, I was definitely starting to show some signs of adrenal fatigue. I was starting to have inflammation. I was starting to recognize I was becoming more injury prone. So I went to my boss at the time, who is, his name is Dr. Jeffrey Drobot, and he and I together created the largest performance healthcare collective here in Scottsdale. We were the performance team and naturopathic doctors for the Phoenix Cardinals as well as the Arizona Coyotes. So once I saw how some of the athletes were being negatively affected with their longevity and not being able to perform in their careers, and then the long-term health impact, I was directed by my boss to do some research and to find some health tech that we could integrate and build programs around in our office. So that's actually how I found the NeuFit, was through my research of within performance and recovery. So for years, it has been emphasized to me through my colleagues, most specifically Dr. Drobot, that you have two choices. Either you find ways to retire from your sport, or your sport is going to retire you. And any time that you are an athlete at functioning at a top level, you are not in optimal health. There is no way that you do not have to sacrifice wellness and health to perform at a high level. That's exactly why we see so many athletes have short-term careers. There's a reason why pitchers only pitch for so long, and people only fire off the line for so long. It's because those repetitive motions cause injury and can lead to extreme dysfunction and immobility at some point. So in my practice, I've discovered and I've learned that the biggest culprit of dysfunction is actually the health of your nervous system. And many of the doctors that I've worked with for years, whether it was functional medicine or autoimmune disorders, speak very highly to the fact that if you cannot get your nervous system into a healthy space, then your body cannot heal, and it cannot recover, and it cannot repair. And if that does not happen, then what happens is a myriad of surgeries, injuries, autoimmune disorders. So that, to me, is the biggest advantage of the NeuFit, is the fact that it is a direct current. I actually have done some research relative to the Master Reset on many types of professional athletes, the hockey players especially, because they travel so much, their performance requires so much because it's an aggressive and full contact sport. There's a lot of adrenaline involved. So if you cannot help get your body into a state of recovery, then you're not going to heal. You're not going to get bigger muscles, you're not going to perform better, you're not going to perform longer. And so, again, that's just one of the things that the NeuFit's going to offer that really isn't offered in many other health tech options these days. So when I first started out in this industry, there was one person who stood out to me more than anyone else, and that just happened to be Whitney Jones. Whitney is an incredible human being, and not only is she a top athlete in her division, but she's a good mother, she's a great employer to her employees, and she really has the tenacity and discipline that I haven't seen anywhere else. And on top of that, just being a really great person who always gives back is definitely somebody that, I'd always wanted to be aligned with. So over the years, knowing Whitney in the bodybuilding industry, I knew at some point, actually around March of last year, that she had a minor injury. And up to that point, she and I had already talked about NeuFit a little bit. But I recommended maybe she try the NeuFit to see if this could possibly help her through this this injury and this rehab. At first, she and her coach were a little resistant, just because you're often reluctant to introduce new things in the middle of a prep. I mean, it's just not something that we typically do. And at that time, I was working full time at the Biomed Center, Performance Health Collective. And I started working with Whitney and a few of the athletes here to try to balance, out some of their dysfunction. And we had such great results that Whitney was kind enough to offer me the opportunity to come here full time. And it really was just everything coming full circle. I have the best of both worlds. I get to come here and work with the best athletes in this field. I get to work with the best coaches in this field. And they're all amazing. They're all so kind and considerate, and they all really understand and value the NeuFit. Not all of them I have to explain in depth what is going on, but there are some who are really intrigued and really want to know what's going on and and prefer even their clients to me. So I love being here. I mean, there's no place I would think that this technology could improve the lives of so many people with so many diverse backgrounds. So for me, I absolutely love working with the athletes that I work with now. And I know that we've developed a relationship of trust, and we're working on specific programs. We have a lot of really, really exciting things coming up. Olympia's in 88 days, and the Arnold will be in March in no time. So people are already on their programs for that. For me personally, I would love to introduce the NeuFit technology to other sport-specific organizations. I've seen what it's done here specifically, and it touches my heart because it's something I'm extremely passionate about. But I also have a lot of friends who are professional athletes who have been retired by their sport here in Scottsdale, whether it's football or hockey or baseball or endurance athletes especially. And I really would like personally to educate more practitioners on how to introduce it specifically into their population, because the technology is incredible. And if experts in individual fields would really take it and own it, pretty much like I have for female competitors, I think that the possibilities are endless. One thing that I'm extremely passionate about is introducing more people to the NeuFit health technology. There are so many people that could benefit from what the device offers. So if you're in Phoenix or Scottsdale and you're wondering how this might improve your modalities or how this could help your sport-specific conditioning, I'd be more than happy. As a matter of fact, I'd be honored to be able to educate you and to help you integrate it into your specific field. As a practitioner myself, I do know for certain that it's not just the clients and the patients that benefit from the therapy. It really is life-changing for the practitioner as well.